Years ago, we started Smilin' D Arena, and it started when my husband started riding. He always had the biggest grin on his face, and he got that nickname, Smilin' D. So then when there wasn't a lot of places to ride in the winter, so we kind of had that goal in mind, is to provide a place to ride that was heated.
We had a cute little place in College View right in Wilmer. It took me 20 minutes to mow my lawn. I just loved it. My wife loved it. And then we started having babies, and Brady was born, and his first word that he said was horse.
Every horse on every sign, he would say, horse, horse, horse. So his 2-year birthday, every gift was related to horses. And soon after we got our first, I suppose, and moved to the farm.
I was working on a wastewater treatment plant in Auchin, Arizona at the time, and my wife called me and said, "We need to move to the country." I said, "Find one, buy one. I'm busy, I gotta get back to work." And she actually found a farm place that I grew up on as a child, and we ended up buying the property in Candy, Ohio. And we moved in, and we had horses within a week. I mean, we built a little stall, and we bought horses right away. So that's how we kind of got into horses in the beginning, for sure. And we went from 1 to 2 horses to 3 to 4 to 5, and pretty soon we built an indoor riding arena, as you see in the background there. And we just started having fun with horses, and we just started getting into it. We didn't have any idea that people rode so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Back to School Jackpot right here at the Smilin' D Arena in Colfax, Minnesota.
Raising our kids riding horses was a very crazy time. We had young kids and newborn babies. My wife was extremely busy raising kids, and then we decided to build the arena, and it was just like a whole nother job.
Well, Dave is always full of surprises. He keeps me on my toes, and we definitely, I would say, complement each other. I slow him down a little bit, and he speeds me up sometimes, but horses has always been a passion of both of ours, and that's a hobby that we enjoy together. We do have other hobbies that we like to do, but that's always been our favorite together. But she's beautiful. She has such a cute head. It's so small. Her ears are small. She's got good conformation.
We have 5 grandchildren right now, and we were sitting around our place one winter night, and our grandkids, all they wanted to do was play with cell phones and video games and watch movies. And I told my wife that night, I said, we need to build another barn and get these kids out into the country so that they can experience life just a little bit and dealing with people. And what I envisioned when I pulled in was stadium seating in the hill with an outdoor arena, and we just do a little bit of roping practice and things like that, an outdoor venue. And my wife told me, she says, if you build anything, it better have a roof on it, because you don't ride in the summertime. We only ride in the wintertime. So fast forward, we had 35 guys that were looking for work that were on our crews. So to keep them busy, we decided just to build a shell of a building, and they put it up so fast. Pretty soon we're insulating it, and pretty soon we're building a bar, and it just kind of happened, and it just kind of got out of control just a little bit. And it kind of pushed us to a point where we not only are just going to enjoy this place, but we have to enjoy this place now. So we started planning events and trying to make the place cash flow, and turned it into a business for sure.
Well, I like to ride, so anytime I'm sitting on the horse is a good day, and getting the kids involved in the community and somewhere to go and something fun to do in the winter instead of sitting at home and watching TV all day or playing video games. And it keeps us super busy, which some days is pretty draining, but other days is just wonderful, and we just really enjoy it. So
we are here in Belgrade, Minnesota for the Vegas 131 bull riding, Vegas style.
Another day, another dollar.
fun to watch, and I guarantee it's fun to ride.
I grew up around here, right down the road from Smiling D. Smiling D was put in like a couple years ago, not even. But my whole life, there's always been horses and cattle and everything around here. And when word got out that they're building a rodeo arena here, I mean, my family, especially my mom, is ecstatic. I mean, I think the Rigsteads killed it with putting a rodeo arena here with, with the demand, with the amount of horses and, cowboys and cowgirls. This place is insane. I love it.
Here we are at Smiling D in Belgrade, Minnesota with Levi Engen and Jaron Engen, two of my sons. Also have Wyatt Engen here, who's riding in the Open Bulls. Just got back from Ada, Oklahoma recently, where these two competed in the Pyra National Finals, where Levi finished 13th in Bulls and Jaron became the world champion in Pee-wee Bronx. We just want to thank Smiling D for hosting this and for also sponsoring our boys to go to Ada, Oklahoma. They had a great time, and it wouldn't be without Smiling D and putting on these events so these boys can just be cowboys and have fun.
Our very first event that we had was a Betty Davis size cutting, and cutting is where there's 25 to 30 head of cattle down on the one end, and one horse rides in, takes one cow out away from the herd, and pushes them out until the cow says, "Oh my gosh, I want to be by my friends." And then the horse has to go in between the herd and that cow and keep it separate. And as the rider drops his hand down on the horse's neck without any control, you have to work your horse to stop that cow. And it's really fun to watch, and it's fun to ride for sure. So that was kind of our first event that we had at the arena, and then we moved into a draft horse pull, and that's where the team of draft horses pull heavyweight weighted sled, and we just keep stacking blocks on it until they can't pull it anymore, and then they line up in different weight classes. This is a family-friendly place. This is exactly what we built the place for, is somewhere for their families to take their children and learn about the Western lifestyle and the Western way of life. And all we can do is simulate what it looks like, and it's an event center designed for that. This arena has definitely brought our family closer together. We're constantly talking and planning our next events and talking about ways to make it better for the future.
That is second row catchers will lead our rank sorting event. We're going to move right on to Dr. Reed.
Well, anything that you can do for the community, I think, is beneficial. And when you can pull communities together and have a place to gather and meet and hang out, I enjoy the most when we have an event and there's people all around and they're visiting, laughing, and just having a good time. Sometimes the event isn't all that important. Sometimes people are just here communicating, hanging out, visiting with their friends, and it's just a social gathering. Sometimes they don't even watch. It's just fun to be here and fun to be with your friends.
Postcards is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota. Additional support provided by Margaret A. Cargill Philanthropies, Mark and Margaret Yakel-Julien on behalf of Shalom Hill Farms, a retreat and conference center in a prairie setting near Windham, Minnesota. on the web at shalomhillfarm.org. A better future starts now. West Central Initiative empowers communities with resources, funding, and support for a thriving region. More at wcif.org.